Hello. Hi, Whitney. Can you hear me? I didn't realize, but my little Mikey thing turned off. Oh, it says because the battery might be dead. That could be it. Yes, you can hear me. Hold on. I'm going to put I think I can plug it in. I'm kind of holding my tripod. Okay. Thank you, Whitney. I was like, I just was live over on my Facebook group and I was like, well, I'll just pop over. I answered the questions over there, so I thought I would just pop on here and see if anybody was hanging out over here. Um, and honestly, I don't know, like, if it tells people if I'm on live over there or not. My husband watched, and then oh, my brother's texting me. Um, and then I had a when your customers turn into friends, that's just how it's been like. I've been setting up at the farmers market out there for like a few years, and so we're all more of friends than just like a customer relationship. So, um, let's see. I wish I could see. Okay, Winnie, I had a question for you. Oh, I'm supposed to send my mom your website. I gotta remember to do that. She was like, I need some of that lotion because I made her. I don't know if I've told you this, but I have like given a few people like a little thing of sample of what have I given the butter? Yeah, because you can't give the soap, or the oil. Um, but yeah, my mom was asking about that, so I'm gonna do that. So I am. Let's see, it's Thursday, which means Saturday I'm back at Lake St. Louis, and the weather is supposed to be beautiful. So I don't know if you guys like. I have a hard time deciding how many of things to take. And I'm an Enneagram 7, so I'm always like, more is always better. So I need to take, 20 of everything. And then, funnily enough, last week I took maybe 4 of everything, which is probably like oh, hi, Mary. I've never been that underprepared. So I sold out of stuff left and right. I was like, oh, okay. That's how you sell out of stuff. It was raining, so, and it was supposed to storm. So I was like, well, I just I just didn't know what to expect. So it was a great market. It was a really great market. So, and then today I met with a virtual assistant, and well, she runs her own virtual assistant company, which is so awesome. But it's been a fun week. I ran like quarter 1 numbers, had a group call with my I have a business course I'm in, you guys know, but then I also signed up this year for like one-on-one coaching. And so there's a smaller group of that, which is just really special. So I guess I could tell you guys the questions we asked. I'm gonna try to remember them. The questions I got, best call this week. Amen to that. Jordan is gonna cry for a bit with me. She should fall asleep shortly. Poor Jordan. Jordan is really struggling. I I don't know. I have always believed in the baby wise method, and I have totally lost it. I've lost it with the fourth. It's like I know she's the fourth. I know she's the last, and I guess I don't know. The Lord can do whatever he wants, I guess. But I just felt like I want to snuggle her, and now I've spoiled her. So, good job, Mom. If you guys have any questions, pop them in the chat. Definitely, I'll answer them. What I talked about over in the Facebook live was the main one was kind of PCOS support. I have one of my, again, customer friend. You guys are always friends. There's no, obviously, if something went wrong with an order or something like that, I would really hope you would tell me, because I will get it taken care of. And I know you're supposed to be professional and stuff like that, but listen, I just like don't have time for that. I would rather just like, let's figure it out together. If something doesn't work, you're gonna let me know. Um, but this customer, so she bought the full hormone kit at Vintage Market Days and she's been using it. I actually put that in my stories about it. Um, she had shared that she has been using the hormone line, the full hormone line every single day, and she feels so much better. She didn't have to take like any pain medication or heating pad or anything like that. She didn't even know that her like time of the month was coming, and it really just helped her. And I actually shared in my Facebook live last week that what the what really solidified the use of essential oils on your skin for me was when I was with doTERRA, it was with their Clary Calm, and it just like calmed everything down, and just a little extra, support. And using our skin as our biggest organ. And listen, everybody thought I was crazy, and people still think I'm crazy, and I don't really care anymore because the people that get it really get it, and the people like, I jokingly I shared with about my dad. My dad thought I was not using essential oils like aromatherapy, like that's like too woo woo and stuff like that. But when you can immediately calm down cramping, or you can immediately calm down, like one of my kids has a stomach ache at any given time, I don't really care if it's woo woo or not. I want everybody to feel okay. And what's really cool about the Facebook group is that we share testimonies over there every Tuesday. And so we all learn from each other. And something that I'm working on, I'm not ready to say for sure if this is a thing, and I would like to do a little research, but let's just say allegedly, I think if you use the adrenals, or if you support your adrenals, I'm wondering if it takes down the like sugar cravings, because I've been using it the past 5 nights, and I have like, I'm gonna be really transparent. I drink a really big, fat, sugary coffee every single morning from Starbucks, and I have not needed that as much. And then on top of it, I've been making sure that, well, my husband always makes breakfast because he's the bomb. Um, but I have been eating a couple, just a couple sausages every morning, and then making sure I get some of my relight water in before I even take one sip of the coffee. And whereas before I was like inhaling the coffee and needed it, I don't need it as much, and it doesn't even taste as good, which is wild. And like I said, I don't know that that is like all the same. I've been supporting my liver and supporting my using magnesium spray, hormones magnesium spray, and then I've also been using the adrenals roller ball. So I don't know. I also feel a lot better when I have the time to make like an adrenal cocktail in the morning. That makes me feel like I can fly. And if you guys ever need the recipe, let me know. I will share it with you. But it is like, it's really easy. I just don't make it. I need to like make like, a batch or something like that. But when, I don't know. Um, I also really want to get back into juicing, so definitely share that. Oh, Whitney, you will love it. It is so easy. I don't remember exactly, but it's like I don't like coconut water. If you guys have a coconut water that you like, let me know. I can't do it. I don't like it. So you can do coconut water with it, or if you don't like coconut water, you do just like purified water, filtered water with cream of tartar, relight. It's so gross. Thank you, Whitney. Whitney, you're so good at eating clean, and I mean, we talked about our French fries, but um, I just can't do it. I don't know how people do it. I feel like I'd be fine if it came straight from the coconut. Not that I ever had that. Um, so oranges or the juice from a fresh orange or just orange juice, collagen protein, um, relight salt. This is not my recipe. This is Ebby Moyer. Ebby Moyer? I don't know. She shared it and I was like, I was just feeling so down. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go try it. So Ebby Moyer, she shared it. So it's oranges or the juice of an orange with or orange juice, cream of tartar or coconut water, the salt, and the protein. I think that's it. I will definitely share the recipe when I get off here because it is like so good. And it makes like maybe 8 to 12 ounces, just depending on, Oh, no, hold on, you need a fat in there. So maybe some sort of like coconut milk. That's what it is. You need a fat in there so that you can absorb the nutrients into your adrenals. So that's like a morning thing. And I like to feel real fancy with a glass straw and regular glass cup. She's gonna say glass. That's not right. Um, Maybe I'll make that tomorrow if I have everything. I think it's really hard with orange juice because you have to make sure it's not it's like as clean as you can get it. Otherwise, you're just gonna shoot your insulin up, which is something I'm trying to learn about too. Because I know a lot of people with one of the questions I had over in my group was PCOS, and so there's a lot of information with PCOS that I just don't know about. Would I do that after my warm lemon salt water or just a cocktail? I would say after. And even after breakfast, it's any time throughout the day when you're just feeling really worn down. So it doesn't have to be like before coffee or anything like that. It's just like when I've done the adrenal cocktail before, I'll do it kind of like mid-morning. Because I can't handle extra pressure in the morning. I I will fail if I like think I have to have it like before anything else. So, um, yeah, you can. I don't think I'll double check. I have that recipe saved from that um, content creator. She is very um, knowledgeable, and I just like love listening to her. It's actually kind of the way want to make my Instagram and content go is just kind of that comfort creator where you're kind of talking about things and when I get inspired I'll do one of the um reels and stuff like that so we can all laugh because we all need to laugh right now. So um but I will definitely post that in a little bit because it's like game changer. So that with like adrenals roller at night, I feel like I used to be like a napper all the time. Like I would nap every single day. And I am 5 months postpartum almost, and I rarely need a nap. Like even today, my daughter, she napped on me, but I did not even go to sleep. And like we were in my bed, and she just laid on me, and I just posted like my stories that I needed to post for today. But I really think that's got to do with the like loving my adrenals every night before I go to bed, and then loving on my liver. And I'm not getting like a lot of sleep, and I do have sleep apnea, so I have like the CPAP machine and everything. I've always said my life is just always high maintenance. Like why wouldn't I just have the CPAP machine? And I I made an essential oil blend, my sleep one, to help with the sleep apnea, but I think I'm just so far gone. So some people it works like beautifully for because it's got like eucalyptus and thyme in there, and it really opens up those airways. But not me. I don't know if I like got hit in the nose the wrong way or what, but I snore like a man. There's just no way around it, you guys. I don't, it's just, it is what it is. And we have so many stories of my kids being like, Mom, you were snoring. Like, they always want me to like lay down with them. And it's kind of like, I don't want to because A, they're either going to wake up because I'm so loud, or B, they're going, or probably actually both, they'll make fun of me. So, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the other questions that were. Listen, people are a lot more on here than they were on the Facebook group. So maybe I'll do the lives over here. Um, but some of the other questions I had through the week was molluscum. I don't really know what that is. I do. You guys are gonna hear my kids. I'm sorry. Um, I do know what it is, but I don't. But a friend texted me that her son has it, and so she had the Bug Bites rollerball. So I told her to put that on there. I don't know if she's tried that or not yet, but that has really great oils for anything kind of weird skin thing that might pop up. The PCOS line was really getting a lot of love over on Testimony Tuesday because um, it's just great. Is it the tiny white pump? I think it is like those really weird ones that just pop up, and it's like let me see. I'm using both my hands. Hold on. Ugh. I just need to know how bedtime goes for you guys. Does anybody else name their chat GPT? Mine's Chatty. Let's see what Chatty has to say about the mollusk. I we got you know what? If this falls, it's gonna be fine, right, guys? We went to the Dollar Tree, which my kids called the Dollar Bookstore, and got them stuff for staying in bed. So now they're just staying in bed and yelling. Like if you um stay in bed, you can pick out, something from your treasure chest. Okay. What is Oh, so it's a virus. Okay. I thought it was a virus, but I couldn't think of that word. So the the bug bite rollerball has clove in it, which is really super helpful for being like antiviral. And I put that in there on purpose because it is so good for anything skin related, and it's also really good if you have like a wart or something like that because we're moms, and even if you're not a mom, like if something pops up, you need extra help, a sting, anything like that, that bug bite spray helps with any of that. And I can't remember what else is in it. I have too many blends, so I don't always remember everything in it that's in it. But yeah, so it says common skin infection virus in the pox virus family. So chickenpox. Let me not guess it. I need to get the bug rollerball next. The mosquitoes. You need the bug spray, Whitney, and then maybe you won't need the bug bites. Me and one of my kids and I get eaten alive. So I had to make a really good bug spray because it's just awful. We're that same way too. Like the mosquitoes are just they're different and they're mean. Okay, so the I yes, I know. I have too much to. Is she asleep? The baby might be asleep. They love me. Winnie, it's because you're so sweet. Um, it's super. Oh, interesting. Okay, so, Winnie, you need to look that up for your, that might be helpful with your, content for your lotion. Or your butter, but it says the molluscum is super common in kids, especially if they have sensitive skin or eczema, and adults can get it too. So it's super interesting because you would want to soothe that. I don't think I've ever had that, and I am like a super eczema. I've always had eczema. Lavender, maybe? I need the bug spray. I hope to come to the market on Saturday. Yes, Mary. I hope I get to see you. It was good to see you. I know church. We see each other at church, but it was it was good to see you and Teresa on at Vintage Market Days. Um, okay, so molluscum, PCOS, magnesium spray. Somebody asked about magnesium spray and like skin irritation. If your skin is reacting to the magnesium spray, it sounds like baloney, but it just means you're deficient in magnesium, and that should go away. If it doesn't, let me know. Just put a little lotion on it, a little, even a little like coconut oil or jojoba or something like that. Just anything to moisturize the skin. It shouldn't be too bad, but it's just take care of your skin. That's all it's doing. Um, I did it to my kids when it was like the dead of winter and everybody was losing their minds. And I am like not the best about consistently and daily putting things on my children. I'm just not. Cleanse body oil. Actually, that worked really well and it complemented it. Um, but I put the magnesium spray on the kids and they all three were like, "Mom, it's burning." I was like, "Oh, good job." I actually, Whitney, I think I put your the lavender body butter on. I was like, "Okay, hold on." Um, and then round ligament pain for pregnancy. The Somebody asked if magnesium was safe for pregnancy and what to use for the round ligament pain. It is absolutely safe. You don't want to use the hormone magnesium spray if you're pregnant, but the muscles magnesium spray is what got me through my fourth pregnancy and round ligaments and being old. And I wish I would have had that with the other three pregnancies, but we didn't have it then, which is what's so cool about wellness. The teething roller. I'm actually sold out of the teething roller right now, which is nuts. It's so nuts. I somebody I've actually had this asked a few times, and I was wondering myself, we haven't tested it yet, but I think that the teething roller would help for if somebody has braces. Because if you think about it, it's the same like jaw, teeth, just irritation. So we haven't tested it, but somebody did ask. And based on the research I did, it looked pretty promising. So I always try to answer every question, you guys. And if I don't know the answer, I will find it. Um, I think that's all. Oh, you know what? No, I did have one about pain, inflammation, like severe pain. This person thinks they might have rheumatoid arthritis. And it's very similar. I don't know if you saw the reel that I shared interviewing Emily earlier in the week at the market last week, where she had bursitis and we got her the inflammation roller ball. She actually already had some magnesium spray. So if you have, even if it's not my magnesium spray, just if something's hurting, spray it on. I think you'll feel better. Um, yes, we can get into the snobby details of quality and stuff like that, but listen, I would always rather you use what you have, and we'll get you taken care of when it's done. But any magnesium spray should help with pain. Just because there's so much benefits that come out of that magnesium. So, your spray smells so good. Thank you. Can I tell you guys something? So, Courtney is somebody who does all my labels, design work. Like, she's phenomenal. So anything that you see that's Balanced Home Apothecary, she has designed. And she said the magnesium spray smells like pickles. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, it's the Muscles magnesium spray. It's supposed to smell like mint and clove. And she's like, no, it smells like pickles. Well, we looked it up, and it's a thing. Some people, I wonder if it's like cilantro with people not liking that because it tastes like soap. I just wonder if it's the same thing. So we looked it up, and she was absolutely right. So if you've ever tried magnesium spray and it smelled like pickles, you're not wrong. And it probably wasn't bad magnesium spray. It probably just is your nose. It's just crazy. Our bodies are so wild. And I think that's why I love this. It's just so interesting. So, um, my poor husband's dealing with all four kids. Well, listen, they're supposed to be asleep, but my mom came to help me. Wow, one of them's out of bed. It's my oldest. So I have four kids. I don't know who's all on here still or not, but I have four kids. Two girls, they're the bookends. So eight, and the girls are 8 and almost 6 months. And then I have two boys. One is 6 and one just turned 4 yesterday. So we are in the thick of it, of parenthood. Um, and the other night it took us 3 hours to do bedtime. And I like stay at home during the day. Like, we send the older two kids go to school, and then Anderson that's my 4-year-old, he is in preschool for 3 half days. So yeah, bedtime is hard. So it's just always like we need to work after they go to bed. But sometimes they just don't go to bed. And then you're like, okay, well, and by the time you're done getting them to bed and spend 3 hours, then you need to go to bed. I used to stay up late, but I've really been trying to, I have been trying to go to bed early because that's a hormone bouncer as well, is going to bed early. I think it's your liver that resets between 1 and 3 a.m. And I think that there's something that really starts at 10. So any sleep that you can get before 12 a.m. The magnesium spray is great. My colleagues think I have a new perfume and complimented me on the scent. Thank you. Actually, on our coaches call the other day, we were all sharing about what we did when we were younger, and I always got made fun of because I was always like smelling stuff. My mom was always like, why do you have to smell everything? And a few of my kids, Ryan, would you say all of the kids except the baby smell stuff? Yeah, like they're all like, yeah, before they eat or try it, or like if I'm blending something, they're like, Mom, let me smell it. So they get it from me. So using my nose is something that I was like, oh, when I was growing up, I was always smelling stuff. So it's so interesting. And my mom actually put that together probably a few months ago. She was like, it's so funny that you are using your nose because, yeah, because you were always smelling everything. I smell everything. My smell is so sensitive. See, I do too. When I did that Target reel, and I went and I smelled some of those oils at Target, and I was like, what am I even doing? I don't even know why I'm smelling this. To be honest with you guys, it wasn't bad. And I really was kind of hopeful that I'm not really too picky about, like, if you guys ever need just Like, Rachel, I just need a safe lavender. I will always tell you companies to buy that from. I'm really not, I like to make blends. Um, I used to play a game with a lady I worked with, and she would blend essential oils, and I would guess the individual oils. People do this to me every now and then, and I get so nervous about getting it wrong. Um, I'm usually okay at it, but I think I get so panicked that somebody's gonna think I'm a fraud or something. I don't know. It's not a healthy spot to be in. Um, but I was kind of like, well, maybe. But when as soon as they said natural fragrances and those bottles, I was like, no, no, we're not doing it. And they didn't smell like super fake, like like your Febreze or stuff like that. But it just wasn't. There's just a little bit off, a little bit off. And why it's important to buy the essential oils that are so. Oh, Courtney's here. Hi, Courtney. Listen, I have a lot of Courtney and Amandas in my life. Anyone else? Courtney, Ryan. My husband's name is Ryan, Ryne, and my brother's name is Ryan. I wanted to name my oldest Ryan. My brother and my husband said absolutely not because I can't get them apart. I can't. Like, I've called my brother Rye most of my life because I, of course, dated Orion. And so I had to like have a nickname. And I, so I've always called him Rye. But Rye and Ryan and Ryan, like it's all the same. It's all the same. So when I wanted to name Blake Ryan, they were like, no way. So that's actually Ryan's middle name is Blake. So yes, those are all the fun names. You guys have any like multiple names um that you're like, I can't keep these straight? Mine's definitely Amanda and a lot of Courtney's. All wonderful names. Um I don't remember what I was talking about. I just thought Courtney get on, so this is not the Courtney that designs the stuff. This is just a good friend. Um oh, Kelly's here too. Hi, Kelly. What's hard is we don't put our names on these. So Bella might be here. Mary here is here. We don't have, unless I know your like, I was gonna say screen name. What would you call that? Handle. Who understands what I say when I say screen name? Ryan and I are dying. Um. Oh, I think we're talking about guessing oils and things. So, Courtney, did I tell you I have an extra May the 4th for your third boy, the roller ball? I saved it for you. You can just have that. I don't know if you're going to make it to the market, but whenever you do, I've got it for you. Hopefully she's still on. So you guys, this said so and so joined. But unless somebody's like talking, I don't really know who's here. So, should we ask Ryan how his legs are doing? So he's been doing inflammation and muscles magnesium spray. We've done it 3 times. And how are you feeling? Another kid's out of bed. Yes. Hi, Courtney. Which which kid do we think is out of bed? Anderson, the 4-year-old. That we both think that. Um, but you did notice a difference. So inflammation, it's tendonitis. It's okay. 2 of our kids are like their mom, getting out of bed all the time, which is Blake, the oldest, and Anderson, the 4-year-old. Anderson has been asleep. Yeah, been asleep. Do you believe that when you don't like the smell of an oil, it means your body craves that oil? Kelly, that's a great question. No, I do not believe that. I don't think that makes any sense. Because if our bodies are supposed to, and this is solely an opinion, but if our bodies are supposed to take care of us, logically, hey, don't get near this one. Okay, this one's, I can't have you on this one. Oh, he's gonna come. It is what it is. Was it your birthday yesterday? Mm-hmm. How old are you? 4? Okay. Do you think you can go to bed? So, to me, it makes more sense that when our nose craves a certain scent, that is what our body is asking for. Because based on, I had somebody who she got told this by, one of the uplines, which, I really don't have a problem with uplines by any means. I think they are just like trying to get by and trying to make a living. And I always respect that. But somebody was like, oh, this is the trusting oil. And that means that you don't have any trust in anything since you don't like the smell. I'm like, no, it might just not smell good. Like, it might just not smell good. And so it doesn't make sense to me that our noses would not take care of us. And this is the thing. We're not really like super complicated. If I don't like the smell of something, I'm not going to use it. So I mean, unless it's like there's helichrysum, which stinks, but it is such a bomb oil that, like, for inflammation and stuff like that, that it's like sometimes it's just worth it. Turmeric stinks as well. So I think some of them just absolutely don't smell good, but I don't think there's any truth in my opinion. Again, I don't know. I just doesn't make sense. So if somebody asks, okay, so let's say, so I have two hormone roller balls that are kind of similar. I've got one called hormones and one called period. They're kind of interchangeable, but what I tell people is, like, if you can only do one, let's smell it. Whichever one you are pulled to, um, whichever one you're pulled to is the one I want you to get. So I have them really smell that, like, if hormone smells the best, that's the one I want you to get. If period smells the best, unless there's like a reason I think you should get one or the other. But if I think both are gonna work, then that's how I let people decide. And I'll tell you what, I do that with the kids too. So I have Defend, which is basically a thieves dupe, because I got asked so many times if I had a thieves dupe that I was finally like, okay, let's just make one. Um, but I prefer my immunity blend because I don't like my babies to have clove on their skin and eucalyptus on their skin until they're 2. And Thieves has both clove, cinnamon, and eucalyptus. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. But actually, I did it with Anderson a few weeks ago. I had him decide between Immunity Rollerball and Defend, and he chose, I think he chose Immunity. So I, I just think that makes the most sense, to be honest with you. You can totally tell me I'm wrong, Kelly. I'm good with that. I'm like, if the kids, like, and that's why I like blending my own oils, because a lot of times, like, when I was with doTERRA, they did not always smell the best. And so I just thought, well, if we can make them like where they're really good, or like Mary said, where somebody thinks they got a new perfume, bomb. And then you're pulling in the therapeutic benefits of the aromatherapy. So not only are you using your skin, which is your biggest organ, with those oils, but you're also using your nose. So it's just a really, just geek out about it. So, oh, Anderson, Miss Whitney says happy birthday. Did you say thank you? Whitney, do you guys go by like Mrs. down there? Um, Oh, Kelly gave me the thumbs up. Kelly, you'll have to let me know, because you're an oil user. So you'll have to let me know what you've thought of that. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think it's just an opinion. That's my TED Talk opinion piece for today, is whether you're pulled to oils, because, or if you should use oils if they don't smell good to you or not. I don't know. I'm not going to use it if it smells bad. My face serum stinks, and it's a really good face serum, but it smells really bad. So definitely with the misses, but it always makes me feel old. I'm just so southern that way. And where the street I grew up on up here was that's we always still to this day there's Miss, Miss Patty, Miss Becky, Miss Joe. My mom's Miss Debbie. Okay, Kelly said my Young Living people said that, so that's what I was wondering. So yeah, that's a Young Living. That's been a theme with Young Living. I was never Young Living. I was doTERRA. So whenever I meet Young Living people, that's something that they tend to say, and I'm totally fine being wrong. I just don't think it makes any sense. And I also don't think you should be like, oh, you don't like the trust blend, or there was something with that. So you don't have trust. I mean, it's hard to have 100% trust in this world. So that's not like anything like earth shattering. But oh, you and Young Living broke up. Was it mutual or? I actually never really broke up with doTERRA. I was very blessed with wonderful people who taught me everything really well in doTERRA, and I never, like, now looking back, like, I never sold it. I would like give people my discount, and I would always make roller balls, and that's why I'm like, if you guys ever just need oh, I can just tell you honestly, so like some companies that I trust that aren't MLMs are Revive. I love Revive. um Eden's Garden is really good. The Eden's Garden is really good, and they have like they're very fair pricing. So I trust them. They're third party tested. And when I was with doTERRA, they talked about a doctor, Dr. Pappas, and they told us about him and how he's just very high up in the essential oil world. And he created for doTERRA, he created, I believe it was On Guard, because they wanted something to compete with Thieves from Young Living. Oh, what did somebody tell me the other day? Young Living, no, doTERRA, diluted doTERRA? I don't know, I've never heard that. But I was like, oh, that's interesting. So, um, but he blended On Guard, Immortal, like big blends for doTERRA, and so I always followed him because I just loved learning. And then him and doTERRA broke up for whatever reason, I don't know. And so now he's with a different company called DeRogers. I haven't ordered anything from there, but he just always talks about how things need to be third party tested, and then he'll tell you different companies to trust and who not to trust. My big dream would be to have my products tested, third party tested, but I have no idea how to go about doing it. So those are the so I use Eden's Garden sometimes. I will use plant therapy if I'm in a really big pinch. Um, and then bulk apothecary is really good as well. Not all of them are perfect, just some of them. So you have to kind of look at the reviews, use your nose. I've returned a few. Okay, so Revive, Eden's Garden, bulk apothecary, plant therapy, and Eden's Botanicals. And those are all Dr. Pappas blessed. So if you ever just need like lemon, or, I actually want to do like there's an oil for that series. And I told Ryan I want to treat the house with essential oils for like pests. And because the other day, you guys, I'm such a psycho, but I was like, I wonder if we can make the grass grow with essential oils. Like, I'm 10 years into this. My brain just like thinks of everything. Like, because I really think there is an oil for everything. Spoiler alert, you cannot grow the grass with essential oils. You have to have fertilizer. which I guess that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I just was going for it. You can make the soil really healthy with essential oils. Um, and then we have a back deck that has wood, so you can treat the wood on the back deck with essential oils as well. So I know, Kelly, do you like that idea? Is there's an oil for that reel? I thought that'd be so funny. Or it's like kind of cringe, but like sometimes cringe makes great content. And I'm like getting so much more comfortable. Obviously, most of you guys on here are some of my best cheerleaders, but getting so much more comfortable just doing whatever I want and not necessarily following like, you know, here's this thing that we're doing this week of I like to be funny with them. So I think I'll have to do an oil for that. So if there's something that you want me to see if I can find an oil, that'd be so you and that small mic would take over the world. All of us love the small mic. You guys, this is my second one because I let my kids play with my other one and I can't find the like part that goes into the phone. There's our type B business owner. I can't find it. I have no idea where it is. Like I have looked. I'm like there how many places could it really be? I cannot find it, which is fine because I kind of wish I had gotten this one, so maybe I just purposefully lost it. So, okay, so we'll do there's an oil for that. I'm gonna do a couple more at Target, I think. I think I'm gonna do one maybe Saturday. Um, the like, I'm bored, tell me. I think it'd be so fun to do. I'm bored, tell me what you don't want to. Let me finish. Megan. Hi, Megan. She said you should do a Rachel on the street reel where you ask people questions and see what they know about oils. I should. That would be hysterical. Hi, would you like to be interviewed? Can you imagine the bloopers from that? I would die. I'd live for bloopers. I need to post a blooper from so Blake took the video at Target of the reel I posted today, and she was like, "Mom, you're standing too close. It's blurry." I'm like, "Okay." Um, yes. Okay, do it at the markets. That's a good idea. Uh-oh. I think he fell out of his bed. We're doing good. Um, the interview reel was a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna see like I need to put a little thing out for tomorrow. So tomorrow's reel will be about the farmers market because that's on Saturday, and I love making reels from the farmers market. But I'll put you like that would be a good little thing to be like, hey, if you want to be interviewed, come by. Go up to people who look like they need an oil for that. You guys want to know what the biggest insult that people say to each other? It's not even to me, but my hormones line always has a sign that says hormones on it. And these husbands or spouses or boyfriends or dads or whatever, they're like, oh, you need that. And I'm like, get out of my tent. You don't get to speak to her in here like that. This is a safe tent. And listen, some men are absolutely fantastic. I had a husband. Ryan texted me, we're okay. I don't know what happened. But I had a husband that he the wife he's like, sweetie, let's get you the hormones magnesium spray. And she's like, oh no, it's okay. I don't need it. I don't need it. 20 minutes later, he came back and he's like, I had to get that for her. And I was, oh my gosh, it's the sweetest thing. So, see, it's both. And then I had another husband at Vintage Market Days. Like, his wife was just crying. Like, I get a lot of tears. Because, listen, those hormones make us crazy. Sometimes you cry, I can guarantee I'm going to be crying with you. Which is another piece of why I do this. So, I he was like, whatever she needs, we are gonna get. The doctor told her she cannot, there's nothing he can do to make her comfortable. She just is so tired. She's so worn out. She's postmenopausal, so she wasn't even like peri or like pre or whatever, all the different joys of life that we get to go through as women, but she was post, and he was like, there's nothing to be done. And she's like, I'm so sick of, she thinks she was having a lot of irritability, mood swings, just not feeling good. Actually, I need to check in with her. I need to do that. But her husband was like, whatever you need is what we're going to get. And I always tell people, if something's not working, I want you to let me know. Because all of our bodies are so different that, like, everybody typically loves lavender for sleep. Lavender's fine. My favorite oil for sleep is vetiver, and it's like a really rich, deep, woodsy scent. It's actually an herb, I think. I'm a little rusty on it. I don't even care because I love the smell. But it's like a really thick, um, sweet wood smell, and it just like even the thought of the smell of it makes me like a little tired because it's just so grounding and calming. So we all have different things, and um, when I think you've seen my hand scanner a few times. I need to do content on that too. So many good ideas. I need to write all this down. So okay, so let's see what we're doing. We're doing, there's oil for that, more Target. Megan wants me to go up to random people and say, what do you know about essential oils? There was a little girl that got stung at the market last year, and I ran to her with my bug bites rollerball. And she's allergic to them, to like stings, I guess. I can't remember, but I was like, you don't need to do anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll this on. And does she have any allergies to listed off this, oils in there? And the mom was like, no. And this little girl was screaming. And I rolled it on, and I don't know that it helped or if she was, I like immediately, obviously I know it helped, but like she just stopped crying. And the mom was like, whoa. Yeah. Even if it's like a distraction, who cares? Like she calmed down. The mom said like it usually swells up, and it swelled up a little bit, but not as much as it has before. So just really good. So, okay, I have like babbled on for a while. This is my second Instagram live by myself. I went live Monday where I was making products, but I was over on my live on the Facebook group and answered those questions that I had kind of come in. And I was like, you know what? I've dedicated this hour to answering questions, so I'm gonna just pop on over to Instagram. And I'm glad I did. This was so good. These are all really good ideas, and it's so nice to like connect. And um one thing with like content creation is I think sometimes we just are so, you know, like Megan for homeschool. I think you would be like, yeah, everybody knows to do that, but um we don't. So this is really good to kind of like back me out of the like deep like geeky oil stuff. So when he says just use my adrenals and liver roller ball and magnesium spray and headed to bed, you're the best. Love you bunches. Love you, Winnie. Sweet dreams. Hope you sleep like, oh, I used to say I hope you sleep like the dead, but now I've been saying I hope you sleep like a teenager because man, I miss that sleep. Did your parents let you sleep, or did they like always wake you up? Mine was 50-50, depending on what was going on. All right, good. Well, I'm gonna head to bed too. And what have I been doing? I've been doing really good about adrenals and liver. And then I've been using the hormones magnesium spray as a my back hurts. I think that my pelvic floor is really weak right now, so everything hurts. So I'm actually working on trying to get that, you know, fourth baby. It's just gonna be weak. So, all right, guys, I'm off to bed. If you have any questions, pop them in the Facebook group. You can message me on here. I don't think I put a Q&A box up this week, but maybe I should have done that. I'll try to put that up tomorrow. But I love you and thank you for talking with me. This is so fun. I like this time. So maybe I'll switch from the Facebook group over to the Instagram live. That might be more fun. We'll test it out and figure it out together. All right, have a great night. Love you. Bye.